Today, we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Previously, we furred out this bottom joist so that we could start doing our metal work. Today, we're going to get our trim on here. Now, we've decided to do something a little bit unconventional for our mobile home, and we're going to be using fascia trim. This is just regular aluminum fascia that you would put on the eaves of your house, and we're going to be using that around the bottom of our house. Even though this is used on roof edges, I think it's going to work good to face this wood as well. It's going to protect it from water and do the trick. Now, typically you would see a special trim around the bottom of a mobile home that's made for working together with the mobile home skirting. This isn't the typical one you use, so I'm not saying to use this in any kind of renovation situation. I'm using this because it fits my needs and it's going to work well for the way I want to skirt the home. So I just want to clear that up. This isn't the typical way to do it. It's just the way I'm doing it. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to start at the corner here. Yeah, I think I'll just cut it back to here. I'm just going to flatten that little wing, and then I'm just going to fold this straight back. I think that corner will work. We got a little tricky corner here because we got to get around this steel chassis. So let's see how this looks. Oh wait, let's put it
inside that.
Behind the strap. There it is.
Cool.
Let me just make sure it's down all the way where I want it. I think that looks good. So now that we got it where we want it.
Is your corner good? Tight?
Yeah, I feel like it's right.
Okay.
We've decided we're going to use some of these extra screws from our door installs to install this. That way it is removable later on. But typically with aluminum fascia, you'd use aluminum nails. They're not going to rust and they're not going to interact with the aluminum. So I hope that these don't cause corrosion, but I think they'll be fine. Not too tight. We want to make sure we keep the edge.
Yeah.
I wish I could show that better, but there's an edge to the fascia so that if water comes down here, it can't wick into the wood. It can only drop because it goes back up. This should be hanging down a little more. Okay, so we're gonna go
3, 26, 49, 72, 95, 118, 141.
So we figured out all of our measurements beforehand so we could have our screws evenly spaced. It's just nicer than guessing, because when you guess, you start getting crazy, you waste screws. We're doing 23 inches apart.
Yeah.
It feels right. Go under the strap. You guys see our straps right here? This is a kind of a tie down strap, and we're actually putting that in front of the trim. If that strap was hidden, it would be interfering with the bottom of the trim. So we're just gonna let it be exposed.
And then we can always paint this later.
Yep.
You won't even see it.
You know, we're actually working the wrong direction. I just realized this. We're making a big rookie mistake in that we should have worked from that end this way. Because now when you look at the home from the main direction, you're gonna see all these seams.
Oh.
And from this side, you don't see the seams. We're working totally the wrong way. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fix my mistake quick, and we'll just tuck them in the other direction. We'll tuck them.
Right. Good thing you caught this.
I mean, when you come to the home, you're gonna be looking down this way. You don't want to see all these cracks.
Oh. Good thing we use screws.
So now put it inside of there.
There.
Hold this up. Now these are the things that you really have to pay attention to, because they can really make or break the job as far as like professionalism, is what direction you're looking at the home from, because this is the front of the home and you're almost always going to be looking at it this direction. And just the way you lap it, this goes for any kind of like vinyl siding, anything like that. If you lap it the wrong direction, you're going to see those cracks a lot more than if it was done properly. So glad we caught that early on. Easy to overlook.
And sometimes you want those overlaps to go with the prevailing wind too.
Yeah, wind, especially if you're doing roof caps,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, pay attention to your laps. We almost messed up, but we fixed it quick. So I'm gonna keep going. We're almost done with this side. Luckily we're working like 12 feet at a time, so it's so quick. All right, well, we made it down the long side of the home. Now we're turning along the back, and we have a little bit of work to do back here. There's that. And we gotta put furring strips, I guess, can I call these furring strips? On the bottom of this to build this out also. We didn't do this end. You guys wanna see how kind of neat this home is built? So underneath here, it's just a, what would you call that? Some kind of truss work. Do you see who's here today? Little kitten came back to see us again. So anyway, I don't know, if you can see this, we got this kind of cool metalwork truss system here. And that is the main support beams for the home. This is what's supporting all the joists. And the joists run the length of the home from this end 60 feet all the way to the other end. 60 feet of straight joist, no blocking, no any lateral support. It's just standing on these metal trusses, and this is carrying a lot of weight. It's pretty amazing how strong that can be, just the way they welded it up. And then the outside of the home, we got 3 feet of outrigger, just this metal piece that goes out, supporting the entire, this 3 feet out there is carrying the entire weight of all the walls and the roof with no support under it, just all that 3 feet of metal. It's pretty wild.
Maybe I can. Oh, it was just globbed paint.
All right, now we get to put our strips of wood up here. And this is just for consistency so it matches the same as the sides. So we got that all secured. Now I'm gonna do some tricky cutting so that I can try to wrap around this corner. The less seams we have, the better. So I'm just gonna try to do one piece. That's where I want my bend. I can't use my bending tool to fold this edge. Okay, I'm going to try to fold it on this bend. Not working in the nicest of conditions here, but look at it. That's not looking bad. So I got to get mine tucked behind That other one, hold on. Ready?
This is tight.
It's super tight.
We're gonna have to loosen this. There's no way.
There's always a way, you know? I think we can make this. Little scraped paint. But overall, it's in. Now we gotta do the next corner. We're going to be heading the right direction so we can just overlap normally. We don't have to tuck it in. I wish I brushed that off a little better. It's kind of dirty.
That one was super easy.
Just in case you're wondering, that's a garbage truck. I'm sure you were. We're still working our way down. Only a couple more pieces to go. Ooh.
What happened there? Hey, it's
going. Awesome.
it's coming out.
You can keep it on and then just swivel the arm back over.
Yeah, I was trying to do that. My tongue just needs a little rest.
Yeah, getting tired?
Oh, we'll get into the screw part.
Good. All right, now that we unlagged this end of the house, we gotta fur this down so that it matches that height over here. And well, this side's tricky because it has a metal plate in the way with these lag bolts in it. So we got the lag bolts out. Now we're taking some scrap wood that we have left over, and these are only 1 by 2. So this is 3/4 inch. This is 1 inch. Since this is sitting on the steel, it's the same height. Hopefully that makes sense. So we get the bolts out of the way. Then we're going to mark the lag areas. And now I'm going to drill out those lag areas. Wow, destroyed that one. But it's okay because it doesn't matter. So now that we got these giant holes made, we can lag this up. The low profile head is going to work better for what we're doing. I mean, it's not going anywhere, but there was one in the end originally. Let's see if we can do it without splitting the wood all to pieces.
No splittage.
Yeah, that worked good. This bottom piece I broke, but it's okay. It's just holding that fascia. Not only did this bring this down flush with this side now, but now we have wood to screw into because we couldn't have put that fascia on here with the metal there. There'd be no way to attach it down here. So 2 purposes. The only problem is that our screws that we're using are a little bit too long. We just need something that'll fit into here. Hopefully we'll find something. I gotta get it under the strap, so hold on.
It's hitting the metal.
I just totally forgot about this thing.
Yeah, it's...
Let's try that. Ah! Got me. Okay. Now I think we're in luck because we have some more screws just like this that are a little bit shorter. We have extra brown ones. These have brown heads on them. These were from the windows. They might just work. Good, that'll work. So this is the biggest update of the day. Last piece. That feels good. And then all this bottom wood will finally be weather protected. But it's not done yet. We're not leaving it like this unfinished. Don't worry, there's more to come. Let me slide mine under.
Okay.
I'm coming.
There we go.
Well guys, we just made it around with the fascia and it already looks better. Without the wood showing, it looks more finished. And that's all we're doing for today. It's a new day, we're back at it. Today is stage 2 on the trim work. I think we're gonna start out front here because this is looking pretty awful and this siding is like about to fall off the house. So here was the challenge for me. This siding needs to be secured, but we also want to seal it up so that things can't crawl up inside here because even if I screwed it in, there's still gaps kind of between and it doesn't look finished. So I needed a finishing trim piece to put here. And I looked all over and what mobile homes usually come with and all I could seem to find everywhere was like a J channel. And it was a loose J channel. That's what we took off. It looked awful and it held debris. Like all the leaves and garbage that fell down would just get trapped in it because it's just this big open J channel.
It's right here. You can show it.
Oh yeah, there is a piece right there. So you can see how that was on there. But there's quite a bit of space to hold debris. And I just wasn't happy with it. But you can see how it finishes off the house. It keeps it so that this is secure. And that's what we needed. So after a lot of shopping around, I found this. Now this is super unconventional. Some of you guys will know what this is right away. It's a tile edge. So this is tile edging. This is designed to be laid in your mortar like this, and the tile goes on that lip so that if your tile ends, you have like a clean edge to finish off the edge of the tile. And I know this seems odd, but it's the best I could find. What's interesting about the way they made this is it is like a tiny J channel. And it's the perfect size to hold this metal without any excess room. So it's just a nice snug fit. Ideally, I wouldn't have all these holes in it, but that's just the way it came and I have to deal with it. But the idea is Now we're going to stick it on there, and it's going to make a nice, clean, beaded edge to our siding. I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out. Well, let's try to get one piece in and just see how it fits and how it feels.
Okay.
It's going to be snug, so I don't know how hard it'll be to pop all these in, but we're going to start working it into the channel. This has a little bit of flex, so it's not too bad. Wait, there's a staple here. You can see it pushing out.
Should I hold down here so it doesn't pop out, or do you think it'll be fine?
It might be. I think it'll be fine. That wasn't too bad. Let me get it up snug.
Cool.
So now I guess we can just screw it in. We'll try to use the original holes so that we don't have too many new ones.
Yep.
Sometimes I like this high torque setting just because it's slow.
Yep.
That went unbelievably well, and it looks really good. Clean. The reason we chose this channel is because it's aluminum. We want aluminum to go with our aluminum siding. That way all the metal interacts together fine with no weird corrosion. So we got aluminum. It's a nice tight channel. It holds this siding so tight. I know the screws are holding it, but it also holds these parts from bowing out, getting weird. And we got this like clean, bug-proof seal. This is dead flat against this bottom piece. I mean, it is tight.
That's nice.
This is good. I know this can still hold debris, but it can't hold what it could hold with those bigger J channels. It's very minimal. Now this piece I want to replace because it has a hole in it right here that's kind of high up, the corrosion hole, and a screw hole, and it's minimal. I could patch this, but we have extra metal that's brand new, so I have no other use for it. Might as well just throw it in here. So I think what I want to do
We'll just hook them.
is just like line it up here, line it up there, and see
Yeah.
where it ends. I want to get this one in and make sure everything lines up before we
Yep.
permanently hook that in.
There we go.
Just finished up the first run down to the door, and it looks really good. I still have to insert a little strip of metal under the door here, so let me get a measurement. All right, we got it in, and it looks pretty good. Should keep the weather out, hopefully.
Are we gonna scrape all this out of here?
I don't know. Let's take it one step at a time. At least it won't be a hard edge. Hold it. Okay, we've come to our first cut. Not too hard. Gonna use my circular saw. Now typically, the trim wouldn't go over this corner piece, but I like the idea of holding it in firm so nothing can get up in there. So I'm happy with that. Now we can get this one screwed into place. Honestly guys, there's not too much more to show you. We're just gonna keep wrapping around this bottom trim. It's been going good, it looks good. And don't worry about these holes, I know what you're thinking. Won't water leak in to where the screws are? It doesn't matter because the screws are above this channel and those holes are the same height as the channel. So if water can get out the front, it can get out the back, it's the same height.
Plus this is back there.
Yeah. This flashing goes up behind the metal. It'll be perfectly fine. Little by little, this place is coming together. It's looking better. I love the clean line and how the siding actually feels tight now against the house. It's not all floppy and wavy.
It's perfect.
This is what's going to make it look finished. Now, unfortunately, we just ran out of materials. We ran out of screws. We only have 2 more pieces of trim. The last time we shopped for this trim, the tile edgers, we bought all they had in stock and we're still not even close. We need like another 20 plus pieces.
Yeah.
Because there's so many edges and we got to go all the way around the top of the house. It isn't cheap, but I don't know how else to do it. No matter what, you got to buy something. And those mobile home J channels, they just weren't doing it for me.
No.
So I'm really happy with how this is coming out.
Me too.
This is really part of getting it dried in so that all the wood is protected. And then we can finally clean the siding, paint the siding, get inside, start working. It's going to be nice. But I think we're going to wrap it up because we're going to head shopping right now. And I don't know what we're going to find. We could find siding screws, but I don't know if we're going to find the trim pieces that we need to keep going.
Right.
We're also going to pick up wood because on the front, I want to redo the furring strip where those little half panels meet. Their furring strip is so small and it's just a little too high. I'm going to drop it down, put new strips in. That's going to be a whole nother project, so I'll do that next time. And I think that's all we can do today. I mean, we're on track. It's coming out good.
Yep.
The cat is coming to visit again.
Come here. Come here.
She's so cute and soft.
So, thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.
Bye.